If a parent chooses not to work, that parent's income is measured using the parent's earning capacity to determine child support. But is there an exception for parents who choose to stay home to care for young children? The court addressed this question in Kraisinger v. Kraisinger. Paul and Angelique Kraisinger were married. Paul owned a dental practice. Initially, Angelique worked outside the home. Later, the couple agreed that Angelique should stay home until their 4 children were in school full-time. The couple divorced and signed a marital settlement agreement that divided their property and set up child support. 3 years later, with 1 child still too young for school, Angelique filed a court action for increased child support. At that time, the settlement agreement required Paul to pay $2,000 each month as child support. The agreement's property distribution terms required Paul to pay Angelique about $2,400 each month as a substitute for buying Angelique a place to live. Paul opposed Angelique's request, claiming that Angelique had waived the right to seek additional child support in the settlement agreement, that the $2,400 payment was actually for child support, so he was paying $4,400 in child support each month, and that even though Angelique had no employment income, her earning capacity should offset his child support obligation. Paul also claimed that the settlement agreement made Angelique responsible for his attorney's fees if she tried to change any agreed terms, including the child support amount. Paul began withholding money from his monthly payments to Angelique to pay his attorney's fees. The trial court ruled that Angelique couldn't waive the children's right to seek additional support, that the $2,400 payment was for property distribution, not child support, that under the nurturing parent doctrine, Angelique's earning capacity could be disregarded while she was staying home with the children, and that Paul's child support payment should be increased to $2,700 per month. The trial court also determined that the contract provision making Angelique pay Paul's attorney's fees was invalid because it penalized her for pursuing the children's rights. The court held Paul in contempt for using the provision to withhold money from his court-ordered payments to Angelique. Paul appealed the child support and the contempt rulings to the Pennsylvania Superior Court.